welcome back to my channel University of Sims, where we are building in Sims and learning interesting things. This is another base game build, and if you don't own any packs, I think this build would be very useful and very beneficial to your gameplay if you want to play with families, because actually this house has a lot of things to do. Not to mention, on top of the garage there is a guest house or like a small apartment if you want to have any of your Sims to stay over, which is very helpful. And also this house featuring so many bedrooms for kids. It has beautiful playground and lots of things to do if you are all about family gameplay. So here, as usual, I start everything with basic square shape and adding additional squares to kind of make the shape of the build is more interesting. Here I'm working on a backyard area and on the garage area, and I'm gonna show you how to do in this build video a garage door if you don't have any packs. And also this garage door that I built is look kind of realistic. I wish we could have real cars in Sims 4 where your Sims can drive. Even it doesn't have to be, in my opinion, like it was in previous Sims games. Like you don't have to drive the car, even if you have this animation of Sim getting into car and then disappearing from the lot. I think it would be great. I don't know why Sims don't want to give us cars. Really weird, but overall Sims 4 built in this like very rocky platform. So as you can see, I'm building the garage door here, adding some cars. I told you before in one of my previous videos that unfortunately my debug doesn't show all the objects, and honestly I found it more easier just to type on the gallery. I choose by room, and then I type car or like debug tree, and I can just simply put this room in my lot and use the objects from it. So debug objects, there are objects in the game accessible to everybody. It's not custom content, so anybody can place it and everything will be okay. So here I'm working on the garage area. For a moment I forgot that I was using only base game, because actually under shelves section we have so many shelves that would be useful for garage, and my favorite type is to use from the pack Journey to Batu, because they have this weird metal boxes, those cabinets, and I think it's just perfect for garage builds. Here I'm working on the bathroom. Normally I would add their laundry, for example, but again it's base game, so we don't have any of those options in a base game. But I still try to make this build look nice and interesting and add as much things to it to make it, you know, like interesting for gameplay and just beautifully appealing. So here I'm doing basic layout for the apartment that I told you previously, and placing some windows. Again, everything is base game. Honestly, base game is great for building traditional homes, this like American suburban houses, but you know, I think that Sims 4 need to add more like contemporary modern stuff. I don't know why, but when we have this ability to vote about what pack should come next, all Simmers, for some reason, you guys always vote for some traditional styles. Even with those recent kids update, Castle Kit, I forgot the name, I'm sorry, I never remember any names. Even with those like voting system, so there was a beef between modern stuff pack or kit, I'm sorry, and castle, and everybody vote for castle. Yes, castles are amazing, beautiful, nice. However, what we really need in this game is some modern options, because even base game, majority of the windows look like the ones that I use on this build, and for modern builds we only have two options. Just a simple glass window from top to bottom, and another like smaller one, square windows, that's it. And definitely it's not enough. Sometimes those windows look too tacky and you just wanna, you know, like spice it up a little bit. So I would be really happy if Sims would create some modern stuff pack or like a modern build kit, something like that, or even adding additional modern looking stuff to the base game, because really with all the objects that we have, I can only build this like suburban houses, which are nice, but again I prefer to build some modern homes. But again, I try to do my best in this case. So here you see me adding the pool, and the pool is covered under this patio that goes from garage apartment. And here I'm adding some chairs, lounge chairs, a bar, and I'm working on the patio, choosing table, grill as usual, and some seating area, creating some seating area for your Sims. Adding some bins. Sometimes I forget to add bins to my builds. I usually okay with adding outdoor bins, but when it comes to kitchen, I'm the type of person who forgets sometimes to add a small kitchen bin. And here I'm adding some trees. I try with my landscaping, I usually take 1 or 3 kinds of plants or trees, and I kind of like duplicate them all over the lot. Otherwise, if you use more, I found it very tacky looking. And here I'm building playground in Sims. Oh my gosh, love it so much. By the way, it's kind of look like a castle. It has its own theme, great for kids. Kids can play there. Actually, all this backyard, like most of it, is dedicated to kids and kids activities, because again, it's a family house. And I really wish that in Sims 4 we could have those like kind of like the one I'm building currently, realistic playgrounds as we see them outside. Because unfortunately the one that look like a spaceship and the ones that look like a pirate ship, I don't know, I just don't like them, and I'm kind of bored from those two playgrounds. I wish we could have something like this, more realistic, maybe with a swing like in the middle. It would be great, but unfortunately we don't have. That's why I built very easily this area, and on top I place in toys. I didn't know what else to put there, considering that I was using base game only, adding some activity tables, and overall I think if I was a kid I would be very pleased to play in this playground. And here I'm adding sandbox, and actually in base game if you choose castle something sand, it has the name castle blah blah blah. I don't remember again anything when I'm doing voiceovers, I don't know why. So if you do this terrain paint, actually your Sims can really build a sand castle. And here I decided to make like a splash pad, kind of like a pool for kids. I use fountain tool for this one. Of course it's not going to be active, but I just wanted, you know, just to add a little bit something else, and then placing these fountains to make it look like it's a splash pad. Because with other packs that we got, we actually have small pools for kids, but not with the game, with the base game, unfortunately. So I try to kind of imitate it. And here I'm just adding this hot tub, and this hot tub is kind of like a division between adult area and kids area. And here I'm doing this, I think it's also called playground. Actually, this gate, you can lock it. So once you put your kid in there, you can lock it, and they're not gonna be able to get out. Yeah, I place a dollhouse. I didn't know what else to put. We are unfortunately very limited in our base game. So here I'm working on garage apartment patio, nothing too crazy, simple stuff, and adding some lighting. Actually, lighting is very moody, and it just gives a lot of character to your building. So I always make sure that my lighting look very cozy, very nice, and you know, just highlighting basically everything. Because you know, adding only one lamp in front of the building, it's not gonna do the justice for you. When I play in night mode, I like my Sims to be able to see everything. I just really like this visual enjoyment with the game when and only the lighting can bring it. Here again I'm struggling with some stairs placements, and I wanted to make a kitchen and the other entrance when you enter the building from the garage. So I wanted to put in that area like a lot of storage space for your coats, stuff like that, because the front entrance is supposed to look, you know, like more nicer, and for like any groceries, like some coats, jackets, I think it would be nice to have dedicated secondary area. So I'm struggling a little bit with this layout because the door is actually taking 2 tiles over 1, but I moved it and I work it out in this case. And here I'm working on the layout of the second floor. I'm doing some master bedroom, master bathroom, placing a whole bunch of doors, and on the third floor we have one small room which I currently made as a home gym, little gym, and I would imagine this top room would be for an elder sim or for your guest, if for example there is not enough space in your garage apartment for guests. And I'm placing some flooring, some walls. I usually like to go with more like a brownish or like gray colors for the walls. And this theme of these colors goes throughout each floor. However, each room later on will be colored in different colors because we have a lot of kids' rooms. So here you see me placing some shoes, some wardrobe pieces. As I told you before, this area is dedicated to put your coat, a little couch for you to sit and lace your shoes. And I was actually able to fit in this nook small office area. Actually, this thing is such normal in Sims, but like in real life, who else having like separate room dedicated to computer only? It's like so 2000 vibes for me, but again, it's Sims and it's kind of, you know, something to take out space. It's okay, whatever. I wish actually with those laptops I wish that we would be able to put them on the coffee tables. For example, I don't like to sit on just a normal table. I usually like to sit on couch and build my builds while I put my laptop on a coffee table. I think it just adds so much realism. Plus, nowadays a lot of people live in like really tiny apartments, and not all of them are able to put like separate desk for your computer or create a separate room like in Sims for your computer. Dining area, nothing too crazy. I made sure that there is a space for fireplace. And here as we're moving on to living room, I just really wanted to put this grand piano. Unfortunately, in base game we don't have just a regular smaller size piano, and because it's a base game, I still wanted to make this house interesting with a lot of entertainment areas for your Sims. Maybe you have a family who like sports, like music, like art. So I just wanted to add all of it, almost all of it, that the base game has to offer. Bathrooms, I actually don't like doing bathrooms because they are all basically the same, quite limiting and nothing too interesting for me. Here I'm working on the kitchen layout. I definitely wanted to make kitchen more traditional looking because in the base game I only like the look of the cheapest counters that we have because it's look more modern, and again I'm all about modern, contemporary designs. However, I don't think that your Sims really like it because they have this moodlet thing that is when something is like too cheap, they don't like this decoration, they become upset. That's why I use this traditional counters that we have in the base game, and I always make sure that I add alarm system, and oh well, actually in this build I place a kitchen bin. And here we are working on the master bedroom. It is the biggest room in the house, of course, and I'm adding here in the corner some vanity table. Unfortunately, again, with base game we don't have vanity tables that we have with other packs, for example. I wasn't sure, actually beds, base game beds, for some reason double beds, I don't like any of them. I like single beds that base game has to offer, but double beds is kind of weird, so I decided to go with this option. I'm not usually using this particular bed in my builds. However, in this case, because this house is traditional, I decided to go with it. And I made something interesting in this wardrobe area, so I put two wardrobes together and added some clothes. And I think it's look very interesting because base game wardrobes and closets are kind of, you know, bulky looking. We don't have in base game built-in wardrobes, so I decided to use this like weird layout. It's actually first time I'm using this layout, never used it before. And here we are moving to our first kids bedroom. And initially I wanted to put two kids here because we have two tall feeding chairs. However, eventually I decided to make this small girls' room. And I don't know why, but in base game we don't have changing tables, which is weird because yeah, they come in with family game pack. Again, I forgot the name, I'm so sorry. But I decided to kind of imitate it with this specific wardrobes that we have, and I was able to put some napkins, some diapers on top of it. And here you see me working on another stuff. Again, we are so limited in base game with kids stuff, and because I had a lot of kids, I tried to incorporate almost everything. Actually, I haven't placed any houses for kids playing inside of their rooms because we actually have two houses outside in backyard. And I decided to place two beds in this bedroom. It's for a small boy and little bit older boy. Kind of working on layout. I also decided to give this like kind of separation between study area with the desk and books and between sleeping area, and I think it worked out quite great. Also, I decided to place a lot of toys on those shelves. I don't know if your Sims would be able to reach them, but I think if the kid asks their parent, they would be able to do this. And here I'm working on girls' bedroom. This is my favorite bedroom from everything I build. Actually, when I was a child, I think I would be really enjoying living in this bedroom. So I did everything in this like purple colors, adding a little bit of art that match with like overall color scheme, those fun shelves that I honestly never use them. And here I decided to do some play area and study area by adding this beautiful base game dining table and putting laptop on top of it. Love the table. That one actually looks so nice and I often use it. Even the fact that I have a lot of game and stuff packs and kits, I still like to use that specific table in almost each of my builds. And here, moving on to the third floor, as I said previously, here I'm working on another bedroom, maybe for elderly sim, maybe for one of your guests or for teenager even, but again the design, the interior design is kind of look a little bit outdated. And here initially I planned to do a bedroom, however I decided to do a small gym because I wanted to have plenty of stuff for your sims to do. And moving on to our garage apartment, guest house, you can call it whatever you like. So in the first floor I decided to do this beautiful entrance area. I love that wardrobe, by the way. It's not traditional looking, it's kind of like giving me atomic era, which I actually like that era so much. And I did a simple kitchen, nothing too crazy. I decided to place fridge over there so it doesn't take so much room in living area. So I stick with one color in this living room with orange. I don't know why, I just wanted to kind of spice it up because the apartment overall look too creamy. I would call it like that. And here is a double bed. Again, very simple stuff. If you have some friends or guests stay over, they could enjoy this beautiful separate guest house and, you know, like have some a little bit of privacy considering how many kids you have. And look at this amazing slideshow. So here is the tour of the house. Hope you guys enjoy it. Have a wonderful day, and please download this house. My nickname is University of Sims, or you can look it by hashtag University of Sims. Everything is one word. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.